133, more to come between now and 8. Well, let's go back to the Eastleigh by-election. We're going to meet all the candidates between now and election day, and this time round joining us in the studio, Danny Stupple, independent candidate for the election. Danny, good to see you. So first up, before we do the policy bit, a bit about you, where you're from and why you're standing.
Julian, I've lived in Fair Oak nearly 30 years. That's one of the wards in the Eastleigh constituency. I'm a family man. All my children have grown up here. I love Eastleigh. A lot of people have said that Eastleigh's been known in the past, and it has politically, I guess, been known for scandal. And I'd love Eastleigh to be seen completely differently. I'd love to say that I'm connected across the community in many initiatives. I've been a governor of secondary school, I've been involved in charity work. I feel I've connected to the community. What
made you decide to stand as an independent and not under a party whip?
Exactly as Ian was saying earlier, I feel the freedom to represent Eastleigh is completely compromised by the party machine. So I'm standing completely independently, seeking to find an issue of greatest concern that could show how a local change could lead to a national change.
Now, in the short time we've got available to us, I could go through lots of policies. Is that the only way I'm going to find out where you stand on things? Because that's, in a way, people don't know because you're independent.
Right, I've chosen one key stand, and that is real marriage. I think that man and woman, as ordained of God, is set, the actual institution. So it's like a category of man and woman. That's what it's for. Now, not many people go with that, but I think...
I mean, that's a very bold decision to say that's going to be my thing. Bearing in mind, I've already had the vote last week. And what difference can you possibly make as an MP who wants to have marriage between a man and a woman?
Well, because I think that it shows something's happening to democracy. That's the second part of my stand, is that the way that this is being done, a social institution such as marriage, such as family, as it's been understood, is about to be completely redefined. It wasn't in any manifesto. It wasn't contained in the coalition agreement. It didn't even carry the majority of the parliamentary Conservative Party. It's a party machine, an elite leadership telling the country what to believe.
So tell me why... Basically, you're just looking for a protest vote from people who are cross about what happened last week.
Not at all, Julian. I'm sorry if that's come across. I'm very positive. I love Eastleigh. I love marriage. I love democracy. I love... This is a positive campaign.
All right. Well,
I hope you'll love me as well.
No, well, I got the message on marriage, but where would you, for example, stand on the NHS? We've got Ian there talking about the NHS. What would be your view on the way it should go forward?
I absolutely share, actually, some of the NHA concerns, I must say, and I thought Ian was incredibly articulate. My wife is a health professional. She's a lead practitioner nurse, and she's always said that this danger point, and you said it earlier, I think the nursing issue is so key, and I think it's true that there's this pressure to change care into qualification pursuit, and I actually personally on that issue would be very much with Ian.
Now, EU, very popular with our audience, and also immigration, so let me push you on those two. First of all, the European Union, if there was a referendum, would you be in or would you be out?
If as it was at the moment, I'd definitely be out. I love
Why?
The Commonwealth, I think, is the best thing for Britain. I think we should develop our world connections, particularly with India. But I think the world's changing, Julian. I don't think it's Eurocentric anymore. And I think Britain has always been in the sea for a reason. She's got an opportunity across the planet. And I think she's got a great history. I love what we've done in the history, mostly. And I think we could have a great future.
OK, so you come out of Europe, so almost a UKIP feel coming on there. But when it comes to immigration, how would you as an MP, what would your view be on that?
I must say, Julian, I in principle love immigration as an idea. I watched the Olympics, for instance, and saw the great diversity that London represented. I've heard the foreign news coverage. The world found London fascinating because we are multicultural and yet finding a way to do life together. I love diversity. I love freedom. So, yes, caps on, immigration without thinking and planning. I think there's been some mistakes that, in the previous government. I think there's trying to be addressed. I don't have a strong issue on this, but I do welcome people to these islands, particularly if there's a connection in our history.
Danny, we're out of time, but thank you very much for joining us this morning. Good to meet you.
Thank you,
and to meet Ian McLennan as well. Danny is an independent candidate for the Eastleigh by-election, and we're going to meet all the candidates between now and election day. And thank you to all of them in advance, because they'll be joining us through the week next week. And indeed, next Friday, we'll have a special show on the Eastleigh by-election as well, so put that date in your diary too. 13 minutes to 8.